It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll see Spencer Rattler. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Saints and the Jets, next on Madden Football.
First opened in 1975, resurrected in 2006, we welcome you inside the Caesars Superdome, the home of the Saints, here in downtown New Orleans. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, Greg, wild first month of the calendar in the NFL. Had some great games, some finishes that were pretty special, the usual surprises. Now, we hit October, and like you say, this is where the season really gets going.
Yeah, doesn't it just feel like on the NFL calendar, every month kind of has its own vibe, right? It's September, you're just starting to figure out how good you are. You don't even know how good your own team is, let alone the rest of the
Stage is set, ball is on the tee, and off we go on EA Sports. This will be returned from the 6, and he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. So the Saints ready to go to work on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by a 5th-round selection out of the 2024 draft from South Carolina by way of Oklahoma. It's Spencer Rattler.
It's always so hard as a player, Mike. You leave a game, you have a big performance, you feel like you really did your job, but it comes in a losing effort. And while you're proud of that effort, there's this sour taste in your mouth going into practice the next week.
Right away, they're coming after him, and they get him. A sack on the opening snap of the game.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Encroachment, defense. Still 2nd down.
Now Kamara. Oh no, right at the start, he loses the football. The Jets have got it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. The master of play action, Rodgers. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch. This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going, and for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their 2nd sack, and we're still here in the 1st quarter.
Zerline's kick is good. And the Jets are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Saints offense and veteran Alvin Kamara set to take over once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Rattler. That is caught downfield. It's Shaheed. A gain of 21 on that pass play. 1st down, New Orleans.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not. And when he throws it, catch it.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rattler. Shaheed with the catch. Well, that looked like a pretty clear hold. The gain was 5, but let's check the call. Looking to throw, Rattler. That one to the veteran Hooper. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. 3rd and long.
3rd and 14.
Rattler now back to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Spencer Rattler on the scramble.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
So on 4th down, they'll turn to Lou Hedley here to punt. Xavier Gibson to return for the Jets. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Jets offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They were able to turn that opening drive into points. 3-0 our score as they start again with a 1st down. We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Willie Gay with the stop. They'll go again with Hall. And he'll manage to get to the 33. Pete Werner there to make the tackle. Here's 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. And that is incomplete. Mike Williams, the one he was looking for. And now it's 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
The Saints offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. And this is incomplete, but it looked like that defender got a head start. Let's check the call. So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Throwing now is Rattler. And unable to connect there. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Alvin Kamara that time. And that will lead to a 2nd down. Hooper, the tight end, is in motion. First carry now for Alvin Kamara. And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call.
Offense.
Now Rattler gonna throw. His pass taken in by Shaheed. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's gonna set up third down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 8.
To throw, it's Rattler. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. That'll be caught. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. That is a big gainer for the Saints. 32 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Hooper, the tight end, is in motion. Quick throw, taken in. A successful drive, but in danger of stalling. Trying to convert now on 3rd and 7. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
So the field goal draws us even. It is now 3-3 as the kick's away. Set to return is Xavier Gibson. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. They'll set out in search of a first touchdown in this game. Just a pair of field goals to show. It's 3-3 as they start 1st and 10. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. Second down, Rodgers. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. 2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
On comes Thomas Morstead. And he's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. This kick hangs up, and a fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. The Saints offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
A 7-yard loss. Brings up third down.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Here's Lou Headley now, and he is hoping to improve on his first attempt. Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Jets offense ready for this next possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. The drive begins with a run, and it's hauled. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Whistles look like the right side got an early jump there. Let's check the flag. Rodgers throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, with the good coverage, and there to get a hand on it. On comes the punter now, as he's on to punt for the Jets. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. Now out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 44-yard line.
Hooper, the tight end, is in motion. He'll look to throw. Downfield, that's Perry. He's got it. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This is a great example, Mike, of just how effective it is when you're efficient on early downs throwing the ball. I mean, when you can pick up 1st downs without getting to 3rd down, as the game unfolds, things just get easier and easier. Take what the defense is giving you. Don't force the ball downfield. But when you can stay ahead of the chains without having to get to 3rd and have it plays, that's when an offense is really firing.
Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? Blitz coming. He'll throw it. It's intercepted. He tried to take on Sauce, and Gardner took it away. Oh, big hole left side. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick 6.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. Zerline's kick, up and good. And the Jets take a 10-3 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here's Mims. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Saints offense ready to get back at it. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Hooper, the tight end, is in motion. Right back to the air following that pick six. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They'll send a tight end in motion. On the ground for the first time, this is Alvin Kamara. And he'll bring this to about the 34-yard line. Veteran safety Jamal Adams there for the tackle.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Hooper, the tight end, is in motion. He'll try to run for it.
Really nice job here, not only avoiding the rush on 3rd down, but quickly finding that crease, get downfield, and he's able to pick up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down with Kamara. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
So after 1, the Jets have the advantage. More from New Orleans after this. Second and 7. A run here with Kamara. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
2 brings up 3rd and 5.
Throwing now from the gun. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. Holton and Ebo, the good coverage. Gets his hand in there to knock it away. Here's their punter now, as he is on to punt for New Orleans. Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. The Jets offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. On the run, here's Hall. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
It's a pick up of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Encroachment, defense. Still 2nd down.
From the gun, Rodgers. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Now a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Hall. He's to midfield. Breece Hall. A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down.
That's as dynamic a run as you're going to see. He gets really good initial blocking at the point of attack. That springs him loose. But then it's just his speed and open field running that does the rest.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And he's into the end zone. Tyler Conklin, touchdown, New York. That his first touchdown this year.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Makes the score Jets 17, Saints 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here's Mims. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The home team's offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. He'll move this one ahead to the 31-yard line. C.J. Mosley, the veteran linebacker, there to shut it down.
Down at the 31, a 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Rattler. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Here's the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. A fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Rodgers to throw. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Let's call it for what it is, Mike. I mean, right now, this team is winning in spite of him. Certainly not because of him. And what's really concerning is that's the most important position on the team. And if they are able to hold on and they do pull this game out, it could wind up being one of the most poor performances we've ever seen in a winning effort that I can recall in a long time.
On now comes the punt team for the Jets. They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. The home team's offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll operate from their own 3-yard line as they try to put something together here on this drive. It's 1st and 10. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing is Rattler. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Tight end, the motion man to the right. They'll try and run for this with Kamara. And he's going to have that 1st down, working his way to the 20-yard line.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, Rattler. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Might be wise for this quarterback to try somebody else in coverage here, Mike. This guy's known for being a savvy playmaker once the ball's in the air, and he showed why by swatting that ball away, and he's going to pick up a PBU on the stat sheet.
Fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The Jets offense getting set to get back to work. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. They will run it over center with Hall. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Another run here with Hall. He'll manage only a couple. Pete Werner there to make the tackle. Here's a 3rd down and 4. To throw is Rodgers. That's taken in by Conklin, the tight end. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
A-Rod now to throw on 1st down. Catch is made. That is Williams. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the 46-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Reese Hall, the intended receiver. Now it's going to be 3rd down. To the air once more, it's Rodgers. A pass caught right side by Conklin.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
And he cannot get the throw off. He's going to be sacked, and they will turn it over on down.
So the key to this 4th down stop defensively was their ability to flush the quarterback out of the pocket. Anytime you can do that, you shrink the field, you limit the quarterback's options, and in this case, he can't find anyone, and ultimately, he goes down for a huge 4th down stop.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always, there's the exception to every rule.
That is brought in at the 10. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
In order for this play to be successful against man coverage, Mike, 2 things need to happen. 1, the quarterback has to anticipate the break. He has to get that ball out on time. And then the rest is the receiver creating.
Oh, he did all he could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big loss.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
And that is caught In the end zone, he's in. A.T. Perry. Touchdown, New Orleans.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure, and I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. Gibson now on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Now the return man is a bit slow getting up after that kick. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. Rodgers on first down. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. And after the play, that's Aaron Rodgers who is having some sort of issue down there. They'll run. This is Hall. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down. From the shotgun, it's Travis. And this ball incomplete on third down.
If you want to be a top-notch NFL DB, of course, yes, the athleticism is a given, but it's really, you have to be instinctive. The instincts are what allow you to maximize those physical skills, and you saw them on full display right here, leading in the big-time breakup.
And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rattler. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We're back to New Orleans. After this, here's a 2nd and 9. Rattler now back to throw. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm. So the hope is your 1 3rd down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points, but after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. First down for Aaron. That one incomplete.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Off the play. Oh, they are on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. And it looked like one of the Jets was able to get in there and secure it, and they did, so they keep the ball. Punt team out, ready to send this one away, as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. Strong. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. The home team's offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They'll start out first down and 10. Now Rattler going to throw. And that is incomplete. Chris Olave, the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a second down. Hooper, the tight end, is in motion. To throw, it's Rattler. He'll get this out to his running back.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The visitors' offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with first and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. He finds his tight end, Conklin. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line. They'll come up here first and 10. One final throw before the break. That's right side and brought in by Williams. So we've reached halftime, and the visiting Jets are in front, as we'll send you over to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman standing by. He's got the EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Jonathan Brooks, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, let's head up to Baltimore to check in on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Najee Harris, a touchdown run in the victory. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And they were losers in that ball game to the visiting Cleveland Browns. Nick Chubb, over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run. These two teams ready for the second half, and so are we. So let's get you back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. A return now from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Jets offense going to have the first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They'll do so with first and 10. A give. Here's Hall. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Ryan Brzee there for the tackle. Here's second and 9. Here's Hall. Whoa! A gain there of 15. And the Jets have a first down.
pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half, and he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
And really the key to this play was just how fast he was able to get through his progressions. His mind was able to process and go from 1 to 2 to 3 so quickly that he was able to get the ball to the right target on time. And I think so often those two things are different. Being open is one thing. Being open and getting the ball on time, that's what leads to success, and that's what we saw here.
He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. On the handoff, here comes Hall. And he does not want to go down. Somehow he turned that into a gain of 6. Here's 3rd and 2. Play fake. It's Rodgers. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
And he's going to have a Jets first down. He gets more than he needs. 4 yards picked up on 4th and 2. From the gun, Rodgers. Over the middle, that's Corley. And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal now. Tackle made at the 9. They'll run. It's Hall. And he will get into the end zone. Reese Hall. Touchdown, Jets. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. It's up and through. And the Jets move out to a 24-10 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Saints offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They'll begin with 1st and 10. One of the tight ends in motion right. On 1st down, they'll start out with Kamara. And he'll fight forward for a couple of yards, but a flag is down, and the linemen are already walking back. Here's Rattler. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Unfortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down. It's a give now to Kamara. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
And before the snap, there is movement up front. This sequence not going as planned. The task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long. He'll look to throw. He'll get this out wide. And this sequence, not one to build on. He's going to lose yardage on the 3rd down, and quickly it brings up 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough third down situation, and now it brings up fourth down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
And he's going to make a fair catch just beyond his own 40-yard line. The visitors' offense and Breece Hall getting set for this next drive. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. That's to the right side. He's got Corley. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. They don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Rodgers. That one's a Corley. He's got it. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
First down, Jets.
Rodgers going up top again. And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's Rodgers. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
The Saints offense ready to come back out for this next possession. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 14-yard line.
Throwing is Rattler. He keeps it himself. And he's going to slide to a stop and avoid the contact. But since he started there, he's still shy of the first down. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Looking to throw, Rattler. And that is incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
The Jets offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. The master of play action, Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. In the shotgun, it's A-Rod. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
On comes the punt team now for the Jets. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. Now out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. On the give, this is Kamara. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
Now at the 31. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
He'll drop to throw. Open man, the tight end Hooper. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
And the Saints, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Give running right with Kamara. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
Offense.
Back to throw. That's into the hands of the fullback. And that'll help a bit. They're still well short of the sticks. A solid pickup on that 1st down play. Here's a 2nd and 6.
At the 43-yard line.
Now Kamara. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the 2nd half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks, so don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run. Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Rattler now back to throw. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run, and it's hauled. Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? Rodgers now. He'll get it into the hands of Garrett Wilson.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense.
The rush gets there. He goes down back inside the 5-yard line.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. On the give, it's Hall. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
This is a spot you just love to be in as a defensive player. I mean, you've got him backed up so far, you're not really fearing any play call, let alone a run. Sit a couple guys back, keep the ball from being thrown over your head. Everybody else track the ball, comes up well short.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. A give up the middle with Kamara. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. First and 10. On the handoff, it's Kamara. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Well, after the nice run to start the drive, why not go back to the well and try it again? And that's exactly what they do. Have to imagine at some point now, the defense tries to change their look.
Throwing now is Rattler. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'd say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. Now Rattler going to throw. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Here comes Blake Groupie for this field goal try. This a 42-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Saints will cut into that lead.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Jets offense ready to take over once again. And they look to finish it off here in the 4th. This might just wash away what was a subpar performance a week ago. They'll run it out of the gun, and it's Hall. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now Rodgers. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Rodgers. He's got his man. Complete to Wilson.
Holding offense.
So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. To throw is Rodgers. They'll set up the screen to Hall. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. So it's going to bring up 4th down. And now the punting unit will come on as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully. And that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. The Saints offense starting to trot out for this next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Shaheed in motion. They'll work the middle here with Kamara. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
The 30-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
To throw, it's Rattler. Quickly to the outside and complete. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Rattler's pass. Incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
The visitors' offense make their way out to take over once more. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. From the gun, Rodgers. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
On 3rd down, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Malachi Corley. And it's going to lead to 4th down. Hunt team out, ready to send this one away. A fair catch. He's going to call it and take it right around his own 30-yard line. The Saints offense and Spencer Rattler set to take over once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 32-yard line.
Olave is the motion man. Here's Rattler. That's to the right side and incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
The Saints lining up in punt formation.
Lou Henley in punt formation for the Saints.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Jets offense getting set to get back to work. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw. This complete to Corley. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. To get this complete, it's Williams over the middle. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, New York.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Infraction, defense. Still 1st down.
So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Rodgers. Over the middle, that's the tight end, Conklin. And they have the first down, so they get the completion on 1st and 5, and now they'll set up 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
22 yards, the pickup there. Good for a Jets 1st down.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll go again with Hall. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Saints' 18-yard line.
Here's Rodgers. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
Number 1 rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Jets add on to their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The home team's offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Rattler. Here's a screen coming for Kamara.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Throwing is Rattler. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
They're lucky to have avoided this mistake here, Mike. In the 4th quarter, with possessions running out, that would have been a critical back-breaking play in this game, and they're going to have second life now after that defender drops the ball, and let's see if they can take advantage of it.
He locates his receiver. That's Perry. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
When done properly, crossing routes are a great way to get your receivers the ball in space with room to run after the catch, and that's exactly what they're able to do here, executed to perfection, and they pick up a ton of yards after the catch.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. That's hauled in at the 2. Here now, second down and goal. Rattler now back to throw. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. 2 plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on third and goal. Back to throw. And he will score! Game on! A.T. Perry, touchdown Saints. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. Here's first and 10. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. He'll come up here on second down and 5.
At the 32-yard line.
They will run it over center with Hall. And he will pick it up. Let's give him a first down up to the 37-yard line.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
On first down, they go right back to Hall. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on second and 4. Another run here with Hall. Hall, a first down and more. And it will finally be taken down at the Jets' 28-yard line. A shotgun snap and a give to Hall. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's second and 6. On the run, here's Hall. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. They'll try to run for it with Hall. He's going to have it at the 12-yard line, enough to get the first down and keep it going. Now an injury timeout, and that's Breece Hall, who's struggling a bit after that play. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's second and 11. They'll run with the former Badger, Braylon Allen. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.
A 31-yard attempt. The kick is good. Next to score.
So this one, a win for the visiting Jets. They're able to erase the memories from a week ago, a game they really did struggle in. They look like a different group here as they respond with a solid victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.